God's grace sets limits to man's capacity for evil. Another question arises, somewhat similar to the one discussed above. In every age there have been a few who, guided by nature, made virtue their life's aim. Even though we might not at all regard their conduct as above reproach, their motives were honourable, and in their nature a certain innocence could be seen. What worth God attaches to such virtues we will more fully explain later, when we discuss the merit of works. For the present, however, we will say as much as the problem which concerns us here requires. These examples, then, warn us against considering man's nature to be completely evil, seeing that it has prompted some not only to do much that is admirable, but to live consistently upright lives. We must, however, bear in mind that amid the universal corruption of which we spoke, God's grace has been at work. Its effect has been not to correct our natural perversity, but to curb and restrain it inwardly. For if God allowed men to give free rein to their appetites, there would be no one who did not in fact manifest all the failings which Paul condemns in human nature. Who, after all, could possibly set himself apart from the human race? Yet that is what he would have to do to escape the censure which Paul pronounces on all men, when he writes that their feet are swift to shed blood, their hands are defiled with theft and murder, their throats are like open graves, their tongues full of guile, and their lips of venom, their deeds worthless, evil, rotten, deadly. Their heart is without God, there is only wickedness within, their eyes are set on entrapment, their hearts pour forth abuse. In short, every part of them is ready to do evil. If every soul is subject, as the Apostle boldly declares, to these monstrous vices, we see what would happen if the Lord allowed human appetite to wander at will. There is no mad beast capable of wreaking such havoc, no river, however swift or strong, that pours forth so turbulent a flood. Diseases such as these are purged by the Lord in his elect, in the manner which we will later describe. Among the reprobate, they are merely reined in, lest they boil over, according as God judges it expedient for the preservation of the whole world. Hence it happens that some out of shame and some out of fear of the law are kept from yielding to great wickedness, although they cannot in part conceal their evil appetites. Others believe that living an upright life is advantageous to them, and so they make that in some way their aim. Others go further still and display exemplary qualities, hoping somehow to overawe ordinary folk and thus to keep them subservient to them. In these ways the Lord in his providence curbs our wayward nature, but does not purge it.